do you mean? What do you mean? What?
Right? Because they're trying to position themselves as the good guys. They're saying, look, Americans are hurting, so we've got to offer them some relief. So what we're going to do is we're going to cut payroll taxes. But how does that actually help Americans who are losing their jobs? Think this through a little bit. How does that help people?
2 weeks later.
Well, we're absolutely pushing for the payroll tax cut. It's an incentive to get people back to work. It's delivering money to the American public and to business in a very effective way. And that will be one of the components. You've heard Mitch McConnell talk about liability. We agree with that completely. The Democrats have been asking for more money for states. We've been very clear that we're not going to do things just to bail out states that were poorly managed. But we're going to look at all these issues. And Chris, let me just emphasize, all these bills have had enormous bipartisan support. When we need to go back and work and help the American public, we'll do this in a bipartisan way and make sure we get all these things included.
So folks need an incentive to go back to work, as opposed to they're afraid to go back to work and there's nobody going in for work. But if you get that payroll tax cut, that's the one thing that's going to push me out the door. I'm going to want that payroll tax, that sweet payroll tax cut. That also will begin to defund Social Security.
But what does that mean for the debt? I thought that was problematic.
And in fact, they say what we're doing with the PPP, with, you know, all of the things that we're doing is great. One thing we could do is a payroll tax cut. That seems to bother the Democrats. The one thing with a payroll tax cut, though, it's over a little bit longer period of time. But a payroll tax cut is something that some people that are very smart, I'm one of those people that like it because I think it's really sustainable. I think it will sustain it. But that's one thing that a lot of people would like to see.
Mr. President, you were with seven.
Another thing they'd like to see is a capital gains tax cut, meaning no capital gains. Some Republicans are true hardline Republicans around the table. Not all of them. Some people might say, Louis might say, forget it. But some people would say that a capital gains stoppage, cutting capital gains, getting rid of capital gains tax, they've said that for many years, would be a great thing.
These ideas are insane. And they're more of a Trojan horse. This is just to help the rich and screw regular people. They want the payroll tax cut, the whole purpose of that is to gut entitlements. That's the whole point. And payroll tax cut. The problem is that people lost their jobs. We got at least 33 million people unemployed. And you're talking about a payroll tax cut. What about people that have no job talking about payroll tax cut? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Capital gains tax cut, that's even more insane. Guys, do you know what the capital gains tax is? That's when you invest in the stock market and, you know, some companies pay dividends. So, you know, you get a check every month or so, depending on, you know, how the company does. So capital gains tax is the income that you make from investments. But so Trump already cut that rate. But now they're saying, as a response to COVID, as part of the next COVID bailout package, let's either cut or eliminate the capital gains tax. You're worried about investors? You're worried about investors. You're worried about the 1% and the Wall Street class, as 33 million people at least just lost their jobs. 33 million. 33 million.
33 million.
I couldn't believe when I saw this clip. He's talking about cutting taxes for the wealthy. Again,